sugar. I accidentally bumped the on-off switch. I hope that doesn't louse up. That may have just loused up. Oh, man. I didn't mean to do that. So this is part 2. I hand bumped it. That's too bad. I was doing a good continuum. So anyway, this is where I had brought in numerous of Mom's plants for her to help protect her, because she loves her beautiful plants. And, you know, plants are not cheap. And she knows how to bargain shop, though, for plants. But still, she loves her gardens. She thanks God every day. She's over the years used to say that she thanks God every day for her gardens, or thanks God every day for her plants or flowers. And she loves her gardens, and those plants are very dear to her. And so I had helped to bring them in. Here is a picture of showing the beautiful the doggies getting enormous affection and love, and they're being nice, kind sweethearts. Sweet babies, sweet, sweet dogs. I've done enormous nurturing of the younger one. The training was much more involved with the younger one. They both went through intensive, extensive training. I had to, but they had to have extensive. So for those of you that are animal lovers, it's a beautiful nurturing scene. This, some years ago, this was in Vermont. We've had a home in more than one place. We had to move from one to a different. And there was somebody that had heard a false rumor thinking that we were way richer than we were. I suspect that's why. There was this rumor going around. I said this wrong. There had been a rumor going around that mistook us for somebody that had bought a house from us. And so, but in any case, there was somebody that was going to have, there was somebody that we had somebody rent from us, and they had plugged a pipe and it froze and broke and damaged, and there was this person some person that does the plumbing repair type thing. There was this person that was not gonna do a direct straight line. He was trying to get more money than the job was, and he was gonna have the piping go jogging around, and instead of a straight line, he was not being straight with us, not being honest. And so I learned how to researched it carefully and learned the proper way of smoothing the ground and cutting and getting the clean surface of the pipe and the right goop from the hardware store. Thank you, hardware store, for your people having helped so much too. They were enormously, wonderfully helpful and sweet. And so I repaired the plumbing of that pipe. Basic job. I have health problems, and I remember having to do a little at a time, and I paced myself, and I took my time. But you see, again, I was looking out for Mom and Dad. Somebody was going to cheat them big, and I was so upset about that I learned how, and despite all my health problems and disabilities, I took my own pace, slowly, did the job. That was some years ago, and it's held up beautifully. And I did it nice and straight and clean. See, there's how nice and straight. Now, that was not a completed thing. There's more dirt under that than it looks. There's shadowing that makes it look like it does not have stuff under it. It most certainly has support under it. I did better than it looks. These are just photo images. And I leveled and made sure there are no sharp rocks under, and see, there's the special attachment. I was instructed to do it, and that's just showing the date. Now here's a picture of Mom and Dad. See how loving and loyal, loving and sweet. They just enormously loved each other. Had a very special, greater than 50 years of marriage, and amazing. Mom and Dad, amazing. Dad never would have left Mom stuck in places. Never would have allowed her go through what she's going through at all. This is a pretty decoration I had put together for Mom. It's normally in a different part of her bedroom. This is her bedroom I'm filming in. And And here's another thing I'd given her some time back. And a pretty little card I had made. Little doodle art, little doodles for Mom. And I said love. And I said my nickname. That's in July 1st, 2013. On a Monday. Prior to her going through all this. Now I'm going to show you there is a picture of me and Mom and Dad in Florida. A very sweet, loving picture. I don't know if the camera at this angle can show it well enough. And I can't tell in the distance what these are. There's a picture of Mom gardening in Vermont. And I'm going to go back to that one on the right. Now this is not my photo, obviously. It's a picture of me. And this is a calendar that my brothers did this photography, most of it, and he, if not all of it. And all these pictures are mine except for this, a few I'm showing you that are from a calendar that he had made special for me. Not the oldest brother, the other brother. I won't say their name for their privacy. This is a photograph I photographed and got framed special for Mom because she loves roses. It's a picture of one of her roses from her own garden that I photographed, and it came out so nice. I got it framed for her, and it's special in her bedroom. Now I'm going back to the calendar, and I don't know if you can see that from here. There's a very sweet picture of Mom and me and the dog in Maine and near her gardens. And here's a picture of Mom loving the shore, our shoreline. We have shoreline currently, if it doesn't get illegally sold by siblings. And there's these last few pictures were from the calendar. The picture that is from my brother's calendar. That's from my brother's calendar. See the calendar picture, sentence numbers, and that's from the calendar. I have some pictures like this too that I photographed on that day. There's my dog and my brother's dog. That's Mom sitting in a chair. Even though she's got health problems and heart history, we got her to the shore. Here's a picture of that beautiful beach. That's a picture I got of the roses of a beach Mom just absolutely loves. And you can drive right up to it to see it. It's a certain spot in Maine. Here's a picture. This was an amazing accomplishment I had had. I'm a stroke survivor myself. Yes, I'm a stroke survivor myself. And I've had various physical health problems over the years. Stroke being one of them. Former injuries, blood sugar, etc. And I managed that I I was much more limited in my physical mobility. And thanks to that little dog there, that little hero, they're both heroes, but that little sable and white one there, he started waking me up from sleep apnea. He started helping me with various things. Both dogs have different talents. It was an added gift from the Lord. He was going to be a service dog before I got him. I didn't know he had added gift of helping wake me up from various medical problems, one of which is apnea. And he saves my life regularly. And is a hero. He helps with a variety of other things too. And has been a hero in some other ways too. And now, sorry, I goofed on that thing. And that picture of that view that I showed with the two dogs, I've changed pictures too quickly. I apologize. This picture here is, I managed to very slowly at my own pace, I managed to make it up what's not technically a mountain, but some people would think of it as a mountain. It's a big hill. It's more than a hill. It's a spot in Maine, and Somebody in the public nicely took the picture for me, photographed it with my camera. I hadn't been able to do anything physical to that degree in years. I don't think it was years. It took years of recovering from stroke. I am a stroke survivor. I'm an extremely skilled driver. You've been hearing me do incredible communication. I am dyslexic. You've heard me be able to piece together some impressive work. Granted, I've spent the last set of days and over the months. Some of this is months of work and some of it's in the last number of days. And I am a stroke survivor too, like my mom. I have extra patience and understanding and insight, being an American with disabilities and having sensitive blood sugar myself, and chemical allergies and sensitivities, and more. I have extra understanding of patience with my mom and people that have disabilities. I want Mom home. This is a photograph. This is not the same as the one you saw earlier. I photographed this one also. This was very special because at a time when people have been worrying about honeybees, the decline of bees in our country, and the different theories as to what's happened to bees, I don't know that this is a honeybee, but this is a picture documenting a beautiful bee in a flower. It was not happenstance. I was documenting various types of bees in flowers and other insects because of the decline of not just bees but various insects in not just our state, in not just my area of the state, but I've heard of it in many states away and someplace else. This is a bird. And there's some of Mom's beautiful flowers at her place in Florida. And here now are some pictures somebody else photographed. I think I think so. There's a time when Dad had been sick. And there's Mom's some more beautiful flowers. Here's a nice picture of my brother and his family, and there's that beautiful beach again that we like to go to over on the Atlantic seashore, north of where Cape Canaveral was. I don't think that's my photo. I think that's one somebody else did. I could be mistaken, but well, I don't know. I'd have to check. Maybe those are mine. This might be. I can't remember. But I'm not sure. I'd have to rethink it, study it. That one's mine. No, it's not. I didn't see right. Sorry. I'm not sure if this one is or not. I think that's somebody else's photo. Mom and Dad in that place in Florida. That's Mom and Dad. And that's not the best picture of Mom. It makes her expression look different. And here is some food I was in the process of making for Mom. Multi-nutritional. And here's a pretty decoration I had on her bureau. I had bought for her this brand new bird feeder and these singing birds. And those ones also make sounds. And I bought them at different times, and I got these things for Mom. And they're here because, well, they'd gone to one place she'd been at, and then I forget how it happened. Then we thought she was going to finally be able to be home. And maybe I should get them sent back down to her. I kept thinking she'd come home and enjoy them here, this bird feeder, so she could have. I had bird feed for it originally, so just a moment, I'll do something special for you. See, it makes a cute sound, and it's special for Mom, and this has still been here for a number of months because she's been kept illegally and not been able to come home. Isn't that pretty? And then this one does a sound. I don't know how to. I think it's got a little tab in it. It's a motion sensing. I dog's coming. You heard that? He's curious about it. I'm sorry, sweetheart. There's another one. You want to hear another one? Whoops. I think that's the same one. There you go. There he is. I can't keep up with him. So anyway, I'll put these little tabs back later. I'm going to show you a picture I really wanted you to see better, but it was so far away. So let me... Oh, no, off the bed. Off. My pictures. No. You can't have that one. That's Mommy's. I just have to show you. This is Darling. No, you can't have that one. Isn't that sweet? So here's back to this cat. That one's Mommy's. You can't have that one. And here's a lot of dog toys. Yeah. He's loving it. Look at that. Is he loving it? Look at him. Good for you, the listening audience, to see. You can't have Mommy's. That one's for Mommy's. No, you can't have that one. No, come back here with that. Pardon me, camera, I'll be right back. Hey, come on. We have that back. That was Mommy's. Sorry about that. I must, that was funny. I think I'm missing one of the little plastic tabs. I'll find it later on the floor. I'll pick that later. So anyway, there's this picture I want you to see. I'm going to turn this around so you can see it better. It's one of the ones that was hard to see. That's in Florida. Mom and Dad and me, numerous years ago. I'm all spiffed up. I don't know if you can tell through this camera, the sweet happy faces. It's at top zoom. So there's another one, a pretty little toy bird. I got Mom for that one too. See that? Oops, sorry, it's upside down. Whoops, that's not a bird. That's a sweet dog. That's Oaksy. That's my other dog. Oh, I see. There's the little toy bird. That's in Florida. I got Mom the other one. So anyway, I will here's this. This is from the. Oh no, you can't have that. This is from. I was talking to the dog. This is that other picture. This is from my brother's calendar. Okay, so anyway, here's a beautiful picture of Mom in Vermont gardening. There's a little circle garden, and she's getting it spiffed up. We weren't there as much at that time, and it had gotten overgrown, and she got it spiffed up. No, maybe that's a different time, because she does have it looking really good. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's not spectacular, but it's beautiful. Mom does beautiful gardens, and I have a lot of better pictures, but I think some of them are in Florida. So I am going to go around the other side of the bed, and I'm going to show you. This is a pretty little ornament I made rather simply at a special place I was going to help me with the stress of what I was coping with. if anybody out there is into philanthropy, I'll do a little side advertisement. If there's anybody into philanthropy, did you hear me? There's a place called the LRC, Learning Resource and Recovery Center. And it is a very nice place where people can go and they can either play a little music or hear a little music or learn some ceramics or do some art or just gather and play dice or cards or go into a different room and see TV. Or there's a fellow that comes in with his 2 dogs that likes to do music with people, and it's just a nice little daytime gathering place that's where people can just stop in and either for part of a time or for a while. And it's in and it needs funding. Please help with at least especially they used to have associated with it a night program called the Respite Program, and that folded back before the summer of 2015.